Have you ever met someone who just gets people? The kind of person who walks into a room and instantly everyone seems to like them, even if they're not the loudest, funniest, or most outgoing person there? Meanwhile, you're stuck replaying that one conversation where you accidentally said, you too, when the waiter told you to enjoy your meal. Yeah, I've been there. It's awkward. It makes you feel like you're just not that person. But here's the truth most people don't realize. Being instantly likable isn't a personality trait. It's a habit. A surprisingly simple one. And once you learn it and start using it, you'll be shocked at how people start leaning in more, trusting you faster, and actually wanting to be around you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what that habit is, why it works, how to do it right, and what to avoid so you don't accidentally cancel out your own progress. This is not a list of 17 tips or a deep dive into psychology textbooks. It's just one habit. Simple, actionable, effective. Let's get into it. Let's be honest. Most of us overthink being liked. We think we have to say the right thing, act a certain way, maybe even fake confidence or charm. We worry about what people think of us, what we should wear, how we should talk, and whether we're coming off as awkward or weird. And all of that pressure, it just makes us more self-conscious, more in our heads, less present. And the result? We disconnect. But here's the funny thing. People don't remember everything you say. They remember how you made them feel. So the real question isn't, how do I act more likable? It's, how do I make people feel seen, heard, and valued in a way that feels genuine? Because when you do that, when you make someone feel like they matter, you instantly become magnetic. So what's the one habit that helps you do that effortlessly? I call it reflective attention. And here's how it works. Whenever someone is talking to you, whether it's a friend, a coworker, someone new, you make a point to reflect something back to them that shows you really heard them. Not just a polite, oh cool, or nice, but something that echoes their words, expands on them, or highlights something you genuinely found interesting or thoughtful. Example, let's say someone says, I've been learning how to cook lately. It's been a mess, but kind of fun. You could say, that's awesome. What made you want to get into it? Or, okay, wait, what's been the biggest disaster so far? That kind of response does three things instantly. It shows you were actually listening. It signals genuine interest in them as a person. It encourages them to open up more. You're not shifting the topic to yourself. You're not trying to impress them. You're simply creating space for them to feel seen. That's incredibly rare in most conversations. And it's why the people who do this stand out as instantly likable without even trying. You don't need to be extroverted. You don't need a crazy social life. You just need to start doing three things in your next few conversations. 1. Listen for their emotion, not just their words. When someone talks, don't just focus on the facts. Listen for how they feel about what they're saying. Are they excited, nervous, proud, frustrated? Then reflect that feeling back to them. You don't even need to name it directly. Just match your tone and response to what they're feeling. 2. Ask one follow-up question. You'd be amazed how much people open up when you ask one thoughtful follow-up. Not a scripted line. Just a simple question based on what they just said. It shows you care. And that's what people remember. 3. Don't rush to relate it back to yourself. This one's tough. Most of us, without realizing it, respond with something like, oh yeah, I went through something similar. That's not bad, but it shifts the focus back to you. And if you want to be instantly likable, your superpower is staying present with them. Reflect their story before you bring up yours. You'll notice the difference in how people respond to you. Even if you're practicing reflective attention, a few habits can still throw things off. Here are 3 common ones to watch out for. 1. Fake compliments. People can sense when praise is generic or forced. Instead, focus on noticing something specific and sincere. Like, you explain things in such a clear way. It's really easy to follow. 2. Performing instead of connecting. Trying too hard to impress, whether it's name-dropping, oversharing, or trying to be overly funny, can feel more like a show than a conversation. Just be present. That's enough. People like real more than perfect. 3. Interrupting with advice. Sometimes we think helping someone means jumping in with a solution, but unless they ask for advice, just listen. Most people just want to feel heard. There's actually science behind this. According to studies in behavioral psychology, one of the deepest human needs is the need to feel understood. When people feel seen and heard, it activates the same reward centers in the brain as receiving money or food. Think about that being understood is that powerful. So when you practice reflective attention, you're literally giving people a dose of emotional reward. And guess what? They naturally associate that positive feeling with you. That's how likability actually works. It's not about being charismatic. It's about making people feel good about themselves when they're with you. So let's wrap it up. If you want to be instantly likable, not in a fake, people pleasing way, but in a real, grounded way, it starts with this one habit: reflective attention. Listen, reflect. Stay with their story a little longer before shifting to yours. Try it in your next conversation, at work, with a friend, even in a casual chat at the grocery store. You'll be surprised at how quickly people open up, how naturally the connection flows, and how much more confident you feel just being present. Likability isn't about trying harder, it's about noticing more. Let me know in the comments how it goes when you try it. I'd love to hear your wins or even the awkward attempts. It's all part of the process. And if this helped, you already know. Like, subscribe, share it with someone who needs it, and I'll see you in the next one.